he made sure that Moses was learned in the knowledge of the Egyptians. This is why this AI, look at it like Pharaoh's knowledge. The knowledge you acquire there is needed, is really needed. We've got to match it. Don't just sit there and say that we are not going to learn from Pharaoh. We will just be slaves. Yeah, or that we are smarter than, no, we just be slaves. That's why when Moses acquired that knowledge, his mentality was different. That was why when one of the slaves was trying to cheat, that he can't take shit. He was like, what is all this? He just killed him. Yeah. But the people are like, why? You know, one of the most striking things there is that the Bible says that Moses looked everywhere. There was no one around. But the Bible said there was noise around that he killed. How did they find out? The same guy that was helped was the one that said it. Why? Because he kept thinking, it's not right to kill masters. It's not right. We don't have the right to kill people that are masters. He was the one that said it because there was no witness.
Yeah, that's true.
The only person that will have known is dead. So the one that was defended. Yeah. So is that mentality still made him to go around saying, why did you kill him? They are our masters. I know you rescued me. It's better I die. Do you know some pastors have that mentality?
Yeah, yeah.
You will say something like, my husband beats me. My husband beats me. In fact, he will chain me down and he will go to office and come back and he will feed me with my mouth only. My hands are chained down. And they will say, it's better to die for Christ. It's better to die for than to divorce. You will just be like, where do they come from? And they will want us to believe the theory of Darwin. I mean, if you are not an animal, shouldn't you have common sense? But you, and I'm not joking. You see pastors that think like that. You'll be like, why? It's the same way the mindset of the Egyptians kept them there. I mean, the Israelites in Egypt kept them there. God needed someone that will think differently. I believe this AI is that kind of knowledge that we should acquire, or else we will just stay in Egypt. Or else we just stay in it. Why didn't I use Solomon is, we can liken Solomon's wisdom to that AI, but that one was given. But this one was acquired because we can acquire it.
Wow. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Do we have questions before I ask? Any questions in the house?
Okay.
So my question is that I'm thinking because of time, we can see that what wisdom is well, and we live in a world where controversial is when they go, he knows something. So controversial knowledge, but then when you have to sit down to actually draw to draw that something is wrong somewhere. Right now, what is it that wisdom? What is it that must know wisdom?
It's all we have been saying. AI is wisdom. Pure and for the now. AI is wisdom. Listen, one of the things with God is, and it's a terrible fact, is that if God expects you to have gotten to a level in understanding, if you don't get there, you will suffer. Mm-hmm. There's nothing God can do. You know what he wrote to the Hebrew Christian? He said, by the time ye ought to be teachers, you still need some to teach you. He now said there are some certain things I want to tell you, I can't tell you. It's the same thing with God. You know, they wrote it by the leading of the Spirit. So that is God talking. So God will say, by the time you ought to get to a level, you didn't get there. There are some other facts I will have told you. You can't know it. So there is no point in telling you. Wow. This small thing we are talking about now, maybe you can get up to 10 churches in Ibadan here that you can say what I'm saying here and they will get it. So how will God teach them like this? No way. because there is no point. In fact, 99% of them will leave the service and say that, why did pastor bring an erroneous doctrine man? So rather than that, God will just bring someone that will talk to them in the language that they can understand. Have you not heard of pastor saying something like, bring what you use in your office, we will anoint it. Bring your slippers, bring your, those kind of nonsense. They are children things. They are baby things. They will just remain baby forever. Pastor, is it a sin? It's not a sin. But it's just like my sister asking question now. You are taking Cedillac. You are taking Nan. We say, is it a sin? It's not a sin. But it sounds somehow. It sounds somehow. And as long as people are like that, God will be dealing with them in that level. They will not grow. That is the problem that we will have. They will not just grow. So what is wisdom now? Wisdom is what is reigning now? What is catapulting people now? What is the thing now? Sincerely, that is the wisdom for now. But that's not my subject. My subject is what is wisdom for tomorrow. That's if it is wisdom now, I will have consulted some of you folks here. Like my brother that asked question, he's an AI person like that. Even the beard that he's using, he's AI. It's not original. This is original hair beard. AI generated beard. I will have consulted people like that. But I'm not talking about wisdom now.
No.
I'm talking about future wisdom. What will be wisdom then? That is it. Wisdom liberates. That's the thing. Wisdom liberates. So what is liberating now? There is no definition of wisdom is not complex. Wisdom says free. Moses acquired it. He sets them free. So what is setting free now is the wisdom for the now. What set them free then is not what is setting them free now. There was the Industrial Revolution. It was wisdom then. Where German machine, that was the wisdom then. But now things have changed. So we study it and say, what is that thing that is giving the people key? What is liberating people, so to say, from Egypt now? This is what is liberating people now in the general context of language. That is the wisdom for the now. But like I said, my subject is what will be wisdom tomorrow.
Yes.
So what we want to study actually is beyond AI. And that's our subject.
Wow. Amazing. So, sir, on that note, for the church or as a church, how do we create an environment to be able to encourage, people to think wisely and also solve societal issues? Also, especially the younger generation now, the youth, the teenagers, even nowadays, children are really doing a lot of things. How can we create such an environment as a church?
Yeah, I guess is as simple as what we are doing. Knowledge, transference of knowledge from one generation to the other is simply what we are talking about. And you can transfer knowledge either by letter or by action. So when we gathered them together, like the other time you did coding for secondary school children and all, there is no better way to change mentality of children than that. They learn that.